But he says, what are the biggest keys for ESBC to be considered a successful be a success for boxing fans? I know sales are important, but what else are boxing video game fans needing from this game? Well, yeah, sales are important to Steel City Interactive and, whatever company else is associated with it. But fans don't care so much about that as long as there's enough people who got the game to play it when they go online. But I think from a fan standpoint, the number one thing is gameplay. And you want a boxing game that plays realistically. It's fun as well. Like, those are the two things you want from a gameplay standpoint: a realistic and fun boxing experience. I think a diversified kind of an approach where you have like a hardcore mode, where you use only the analog sticks, which is a part of the I don't know how many people saw. If you didn't see it, I'll put the link to the latest reveal for Steel City, which they also announced that they will not have an early access period. I'm thinking that the release date is probably going to be the first quarter of 2022. That's what I think. I think somewhere in there, no later than maybe like April or May. But that's my personal take on when I think it'll come out, just based off of what I'm seeing. But yes, gameplay, a fun and realistic gameplay experience is it. That's the number one thing for ESBC. The number two thing, which I think they're already delivering, especially if you saw the latest reveal. I almost want to pull it up and show you guys, for anybody who didn't see it. Graphically, oh my goodness, animation wise, I mean, whoa, good, very good. I'm talking about good. Take the D away. It's T. Good, very good. Looks good. And so I think that particular part of it is kind of yeah, we're good on that. The third thing, and East Coast Cody just said it, is the roster. The roster looks solid. And I happen to know for a fact that the reveals for the roster are not done. So I can't wait for that. So I'm just letting y'all know. So a lot of people running around, they wondering, oh man, this game ain't gonna never come out. Oh my God, when this game. I'm not one of those people, because I know some stuff that makes me not one of those people. So unless something changes, the game actually coming out is not one of my concerns. Not at all. So, but the roster needs to be tight. And I think we already, quite honestly, they don't even have to announce another person based more than what they've already announced. And I know that there are other people coming, but they don't even have to announce another person, and the roster would already be solid enough to carry its weight. So that would be dope. The next thing that they need is a great creative boxer tool. I've seen some glimpses of it. I've seen it kind of working in action. I don't know what limitations, if any, that they'll have. Maybe, I don't know if they'll have some body type limitations. I don't know. But as long as it is the creative fighter tool and the share aspect of it is strong, they're going to be solid, right? Going to be great. The next thing it needs is a really good career mode. I don't want a thrown together career mode. We saw a little bit of it in the latest reveal. The latest reveal showed just a glimpse of what looked like it was a training module. But to have a really good career mode, especially from a boxing standpoint, you kind of need a story kind of involved with it, right? And I'm not going to necessarily say it has to be just like champion mode and Fight Night Champion, but I wouldn't mind a nice little narrative where you take a boxer, maybe not even one you created, but even like a character like Andre Bishop in Fight Night Champion, and there's a whole story for him, and you go through the story, you finish the story and you get some unlockables for it or whatever. But then there's also a career mode where you create a fighter and you just kind of take him or her through their career, and you try to win as many titles as you can, and then there's unlockables and stuff that goes to that. That is kind of the ideal mix of like a single player story and a career mode. That's really the route I want all of the sports games to take moving forward. But that's dope right there. And then the last thing is, and I think we're seeing this, I mean, even the name of the game would imply this, they need a structure that is set up that will facilitate and cater to a strong esports presence, right? The game is called Esports Boxing Club, so that's clearly on their mind. And the head of studio, Ash Habib, was a competitive Pro Evolution Soccer player. So he 100% gets the esports concept, and he's a gamer, and he's a guy who was in the sports gaming as well. So also he loves boxing. He's a humongous boxing fan. So those are the components I think necessary for a solid for esports based boxing club to be solid.